another episode of Sanford Says. I'm Lisa Holder, Communications and Marketing Manager for the City of Sanford. And today we have a really interesting topic. And you're probably wondering why we're sitting in the dark here. But I would like to say we're going to be talking about murder at the museum. I have several wonderful people here with me to talk about this incredible event that's being held at the City of Sanford Museum. I'll start with, to my left, Amber Babcock, who is the Social Media Historical Society person. Mm-hmm. We have Michelle McCann, president of the Sanford Historical Society. Curtis Pultz. Curtis is the general manager of Celery City Craft and the mixologist for this particular event. And you'll understand why I'm talking about mixology as we get into this. And then we have Paul Williams, who is our volunteer extraordinaire, business owner, into a lot of wonderful things, provides a lot of fun for the city of Sanford. He is also the inventor of Sanfording and the owner of Celery City Craft.
And copyright.
I keep going. I'll keep going here, but welcome, Paul. Welcome, everybody. And Brigitte Stevenson, a fellow city staff member who is the curator of our incredible Sanford Museum. And Brigitte is in costume today, by the way. And
it's in costume.
Exactly. So thank you for joining us today. And we're under the cover of a dark light here so we can get into the mood of talking about murder at the museum. So Amber, do you want to take it away and explain where this came from and what exactly, transpired and all of that?
The dark, twisted mind. So we've often talked about many fundraisers that we can do in October, and we've bounced around a few different ideas, but we've loved the idea of a murder mystery night. So I got a game, and a bunch of us got together at my house a few months ago, and we did a practice run of a dry run of a murder mystery night. But then Brigitte took it from there and made it what it is for this.
Yeah, I blacked out. Well, all of a sudden I got the inspiration, and I wrote 20 pages of rules and backstory and clues and all of that if you did purchase a ticket, you're going to kind of discover all that story. So I'm very excited.
Okay, so it started as a game night and became a feature at our museum. And so the tie-in...
This is the plot to Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I am a big fan of tabletop role play like Dungeons and Dragons, so I think that was kind of part of it. I got to mix my love of that and the mix of city's history. And
right.
So I basically made all the various suspect families, because we're doing families so we can have more tickets sold, based off of alleged kind of naughty business that people were up to. So everyone who is part of the suspect families, they have a reason why they might want to murder the curator on the opening night of the museum in 1957. So, spoilers, the curator dies. But each one of them has a motive that is somewhat based in our town's history of things that have allegedly happened. Now, any likeness to real people is purely coincidental or used for satire. We don't want to get sued here, but there is some basis of reality.
So you actually created this whole event from wrote the ideas and everything, all of you together. Is that how that happened? And this is not going to be a one-time thing, right? And we're onto something here.
I made it modular where the possibility could be each year I think we have 8 families?
We have 7 families.
7 families that one of the 7 families can change who is the murderer family.
Okay.
So I've made it kind of modular so we can only do it for 7 years, and then I'm have to again make something up.
Okay, let's talk real quickly about the tie-in between the Historical Society and the city's museum and how we're partnering together on a lot of things. Can we talk about that real quickly?
We sure can. Basically, what we are the Friends of the Museum. Everything we do is to raise money for the museum and to make sure they get all the stuff that they want to. By the way, I'm bringing this up now. We got all those letters and postcards.
I know. I'm so excited. For another scandal that's coming up, there were some old letters that were on eBay. They're of the very exciting kind of question of bad milk or when they are going to get this milk order in. It is exciting on our end because that doesn't seem that, because several of those people were part of our early pioneers One of them was even a proprietor at the Sanford House Hotel that was started by Henry Sanford. So we're excited about these letters. So that's an excellent example of how
The letters are from the 1800s.
Yeah.
The 1880s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And excellent example of what our historical society does for us. We are unable to purchase any artifacts for the museum. So we go to our collections working group, which is a separate organization, to approve whether or not it fits into our collection, and then the historical society purchases it for us. So
Okay.
it's very exciting.
Can you explain that reason why that the music, because we are a municipal museum.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
a museum.
So that's
So that's part of the reason we cannot be really fundraising
right.
as the museum itself, because
Right.
paid by $10.
Right.
It seems bad. It's also just not ethical.
Right.
So that's why our friends organization helps us out so much, because we do. Museums take a lot of money in different ways.
Right. And so the museum, for those who are watching that may not even know that the city has a museum or where it's located, is where?
So we're right down First Street. We're
Downtown.
First Street. So you just go past Sanford Avenue. We're the building with the celery Corinth columns. We're open Tuesdays through Saturdays, 9 to 5, and we're free to the public. So best free thing you can do.
It is. It is. It truly is. And Brigitte and her staff are incredible at the museum. You'll learn so much about Sanford's history. And so the Historical Society, you can also join and be members of the Historical Society, right? Can you share a little bit about that before we go into the actual event? I want to just provide some history.
Yeah,
of
right
that.
now we have newsletters that go out every other month. On the back of that, there is there's membership paper, or you can go to the museum and we have little memberships there. I believe it starts at $25 for a single, and it goes up to $1,000 for corporate.
As a sponsor for the sponsor. But yeah, family price, I think it's just $20 a year.
I think it's 25.
Yeah.
Depends if you want postage. That's
Yes,
the thing. I want it physically mailed to you. That's if you want it online, that's the cheapest option.
So
Applications.
we have 6 historic presentations throughout the year, different topics. We have one coming up actually tomorrow.
At the baseball stadium.
Okay, you want to do a quick shout out for that? Is that
The history of minor leagues in Florida. And it's written by...
say that again? Sorry.
History of the minor leagues in Florida. And our speaker has published many books on the topic. He's coming up from South Florida for this event. It's happening at the Buddy Lake Room at the historic Sanford Stadium tomorrow.
Okay.
What time is that at?
That is at 5:30 p.m. until 7. And
And there'll be
Okay, that's great.
popcorn and Cracker Jack.
Okay, how cute. And so where can people find more information? Online on the Historical Society's Facebook page, which Amber is responsible for. You take care of that. Okay, great. All right. And so as Michelle is looking up dates there and things like that, let's get into the event. And why is Paul Williams sitting here?
Well, I currently put this in my calendar because
Curtis, what are you here for? No, because
that sounds awesome. I think I'll take my son to that tomorrow. That sounds fun.
See, that's the whole reason why you're here. I know that sounds pretty cool. I know a lot of baseball people, but so explain to us where the connection is between
Oh,
celery.
I just heard there was like free popcorn in here, so we came on in.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, we love working with these folks. We do a few things throughout the year with them, and I've done something. We did something in my house last year, and they reached out telling us the concept of this whole thing, and I was like, I love murder mystery things. I've gone to a bunch of them in my life, and I was like, that's so cool. And they asked if we could do a bar, and then so I called Kurt, and I was like, what do you have going on September 27th?
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't think anything right now. I was like, well, get your tuxedo out because it's time to play bartender Kurt again.
Oh, be like Smith's Bar.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's another thing we did years ago. The Smith's Bar Room.
right. I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah.
Cool. So the event is sold out though. We want to share that with everybody. Unfortunately, yeah, it's September 27th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the museum. But we wanted to share this concept and idea. It's not actually a concept anymore. It's happening,
Yep.
and so we're going to talk about some fun drinks that you're going to have there because there's a tie-in, right?
So we don't need to promote this thing. It's sold out,
I
but
know.
get excited for the future, and when the
Exactly.
tickets come out next time,
And don't hesitate.
don't sit down.
Before, beginning of September, Martin Labor Day.
Exactly, because honestly, we had this scheduled a while back, not knowing that tickets would sell out. So you did some great PR, I guess.
Is this, I hate to put you on the spot, but is this something that you would like to grow into a larger venue at some point? If it's that, if it's that popularly in demand,
Expand
Yeah.
murder at
Somebody's house. Or to offer their private home. No, there's a lot of great historic.
I mean, I could see this working at the Ritz Theater if it got that big.
Yeah, one has murder at the movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so many great historic buildings that we could possibly kind of partner with that are either run by the city that we can talk to. So I can definitely check with our on my end, I'll check with Terry and be like, which ones can we do?
Yeah.
But this one is great because we've had a lot of people wanting to have some sort of night at the museum type.
It was groundbreaking too.
Yeah.
Curtis setting up
Right.
a bar.
And they just share.
Breaking down barriers.
That's us, Sanford Historical
Yeah.
Society.
Sorry. Yes, we will be serving 1950s style cocktails. Like we're gonna have a gimlet and a glass martini. We'll also have some wine options and champagne.
Hey, that's great. And
Yeah, first time having liquor at the museum, so I'm excited.
well, it went through all the procedures and all of that and the check marks. So.
Yeah, we have to get a police officer. I'm hoping we can rope him in to take care of if we find out who the murdering.
Oh,
But we'll see. I don't know if they signed up for that. They don't sign up to make sure that.
Get him some old timey cuffs.
Yeah, I mean, I thought.
Bartender, do I get a roll?
I get
Roll in it?
yeah.
You know what? We can get secrets.
Yes, we
Yeah, get secrets.
Like just slide me $1.
Yeah. Oh,
I need that. If anyone
Oh, that's
money for clues, take it. Take it.
the museum docents are going to be bribable at this event. We did already decide that they are going to have clues.
great.
You could be bribed for $5.
Yeah. And speaking of Clue, I remember that game, Clue, do you remember that game?
Yeah.
The rock and the knife in the conservatory and all of that stuff. That was so much fun.
So we kind of took a cue from that.
Is that?
And the 7 families for this are all color coded.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Yes. So we have like the Jaffa family is going to be wearing orange. That's based off of that meaning.
What the Jaffa orange is the orange variety that Henry Sanford brought. So there are historic working class orange picker family.
You have to roll
We
through all
have
these.
the green fields that represent are what I call sellionaires, are people who made money off of that. They're of course green. The Russells represent our political, some people who are up to no good business of politics.
The red.
For history, so they're red. We have the Gulsons, which gull is, I believe, yellow and Swedish. They represent our Swedish immigrant community. And their backstory. We have, let me see if I can remember all these. We have Blue Force, which is a retired police officer group that may have done some scandalous police stuff. And then we have the Order of the Black Gardenia, which represents our various kind of fraternal organizations, women organizations that ran money, but may have some more secretive things about them. And I think I'm missing
The heliotrope.
the heliotrope. Oh, yeah, the heliotrope colonization company that is based off of the Florida Land Colonization Company, which is Henry Sanford's company he made to build Sanford. So they represent our businessmen interests.
So are there going to be real people so how many tickets did you sell that are
59 tickets.
59 individual tickets?
Yes. So
And how many
20
cast members?
Yeah, how many cats?
So 20, well, actually, most of them. So 28 will be the suspect families. So, and that's 7 suspect families, 4 people in each. So
Okay.
one of those, so 4 people, will be the murderers of the evening. They don't know it yet. We'll let the murderer know the night before, so that way they can prepare their statement. Because part of the package that we'll be giving them will say what they need to say if they're caught. And then,
I didn't do it.
No.
They cannot lie. We've made it where it's like, at a point, you have to answer things truthfully.
Yeah.
But it also has a packet of information that they have to say throughout the evening. So we're going to have what I call like the cocktail phase, where you have your drinks lovely provided by you. And people are going around and the suspects have to say either these quotes or these lines that may make them a suspect. And then there's a moment where we have actually somebody paid for this ticket the Screamer.
That's my boy. I check that. Yeah.
Exactly. They
Yes. Yeah.
had a ticket.
Yeah. So they will announce the discovery of the body. And then we have the detectives.
Yeah.
So they'll be investigating. So they'll be responsible for trying to gather all the clues, and they'll be the only ones who actually get to make accusations. So they'll have their own accusation cards. So there are 10 of them. So they'll be trying to gather all the clues from the different families who will be color coded. And then they're going to be able to investigate the body once it's been discovered, look for clues on that body, and then, look at their notes and make their accusations in front of the whole crowd. And then,
And then the final guest is just nosy neighbors. Those people that may not want to necessarily have an acting role, or they just want to dress up and have fun and witness the whole thing. So it's kind of a spectator. So we have those as well. That's a way that if you're a little camera shy, you don't have to do that.
Right.
Yeah. Wanted to, like, they could overhear something from someone and share it with someone else. So, like, gossip.
Yeah.
Right.
I want some clues.
Yeah.
I think it's a document. So I have it all in a Word document. So
So are you encouraging people to dress up in the 50s style?
style. 50 style.
You understand? Do you understand?
And to wear their colors of their
And yeah.
families. Okay.
Come on, Brigitte. Come
Okay,
on.
I'll stay.
Brigitte, she's known for her costuming, and you.
This one I bought.
Okay.
Okay, I cheated in this case. I do usually make my clothes, but in this case,
She does. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have highly encouraged people. I think the 50s are such a great, fun time period. That's especially in 1957. You're starting to also get into a little bit more of that mod. So a little bit sleeker design. So you can have everything from that new look, which is that big poop skirt, to something a little bit more like a wiggle dress that you have. So have fun with it. We just ask the people who are suspects to wear your color. And I want you to go all out. Make time to celebrate your personality.
Yeah.
You're making me realize there's a lot of fashion words I don't know.
Because I was just gonna say.
This is how it sounds like when I'm having a conversation with one of my kids.
Yeah.
And I go, I'm going to Google that. And if it's bad,
Yeah, exactly.
we're in trouble.
Right, exactly.
Maybe I'll see with the museum if we could get some social media going on, like, what are these terms?
Yeah.
This jargon I unfortunately belched out.
Because I'm saying is that gingham, and Paul, that's a.
I know what that is. That's the cross color.
That's material,
Very similar. So it's got like a gingham pattern with what sometimes is called like a seed, like rice seed pattern.
Yeah.
Like that. That's pretty popular in this time period. This is probably a cotton or a cotton blend, which is great in Florida. You know what? I can go on all day about we're here for it.
I digress. But I wanted to say too, though, because you're talking about the 50s, and Brigitte, you can attest to this. There are a lot of homes in Sanford that are mid-century modern homes. I mean, families that actually lived in our city in 50s houses in the 50s.
Maybe next year I need to make something about the Sanford Naval Air Station group. Because that's the reason for that boom. We have the Sanford Naval Air Station, and that causes this boom of building to house all of these men coming to Sanford.
Right.
So it is a time of growth in Sanford's history in the 50s. Due to that, we also had the field training, I think, starting to happen in this time period for the baseball teams. So they would come here and do spring training because it's too cold in some places and you still want to continuously train.
Right.
So it is kind of a fun era in Sanford's history we get to play with.
It is. So we can think about doing, that kind of thing. So you guys, you have anything you want to add to this?
So is one of the ticket holders also the victim?
No. So the victim is the dummy that's currently sitting in Brigitte's office.
Oh, it's a dummy.
I have a dummy.
Do you need a live dummy? Because Kurt.
Oh, that's true. That's your role, Kurt.
Do you want to be the curator for the night? I'm gonna say what happened. Actually, we're borrowing it from the Museum of Seminole County History, which we occasionally work with. On 1792. But they used this for, I think, like another like Halloween thing where they were talking about like various plagues in Sanford. So it's already been used as a body before. It's a very creepy mannequin.
It is very.
Hiding it around the museum.
Is it very lifelike?
I think.
No.
No, it's very uncanny.
Okay.
Yeah, we may have.
That's actually better than a very lifelike one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's old, but we're gonna put a wig on it to
We may have to bring it here to City Hall one time or two.
You could do a podcast with it.
Yes.
So what do you think?
I do
No?
say something about you guys, like the sponsor, sponsor. And I just want to say I really appreciate one of the things that I have been really appreciative, especially with the Historical Society, is working with local businesses like yourself.
We love it.
Being able to create kind of sandfording for both these nonprofits with the city and with this. I think it's a wonderful connection that we're able to do that
Yeah.
because it really makes Sanford into a vibrant community. And, you know, I have to say thank you for everyone here at this table. Helping.
We appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
That's visual.
history is important. It's very important to me. So I'm happy to participate in things like this.
Yeah, and it's unique because we have. I mean, Paul, you host so many events in Sanford, and this is another type of an event. I mean,
Yeah.
there's not been one like this, I don't think, right? And so it just adds to the mix, right, of what we can
No,
do.
this is very cool. This is
Yeah,
you know, it's like bringing something. I look at it this way too, from a business standpoint. If we can do fundraisers that keep people looking at like draw attractions or draws in the city limits, that's a win for everybody. So this is if someone says, "Ooh, I love going to that, and I'm going to support that," we go down to iDrive and do this, and they do that instead of this. That makes me happy to hear that. So
right, exactly. And we have the backdrop for it. We have all
Yes.
the great, attributes.
I'm
right,
sitting here
Paul?
thinking my brain is thinking of a million different things, but this is something I think will be very popular, and I think you guys could take this a lot further
I
too.
know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
And also the museum is so like centrally located.
it is.
It's nice that if people come down, then they may want to go to, they may be like, oh, I wish I had one more drink, and then go downtown and kind
For
of
sure.
with some of the businesses.
Oh, yes. I wanted to give a little shout out to Rob from Bokeh Ride Lime because he'll be giving our guests free rides to and from the museum for this night.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's
That's
starting
awesome.
early for that night. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great.
I'm glad that service is back up and going, and the cart's really nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
Let's do it. Yeah. Just got a new wrap over the weekend.
Yeah.
I just wanted to mention we are also going to have food. We're going to have hors d'oeuvres with the 50s niche to it. And our caterer is MacMan Plus. His name is Kevin Gonzalez. He's a wonderful guy. He's going to have everything set up and to go. We're going to have shrimp cocktail. We're going to have open face meatloaf and mash sandwiches. We're going to have pigs in a blanket, cherry tomato croissantes, veggie egg rolls, and deviled eggs.
So you got
That sounds great.
I think the value of your ticket's great. So
Great.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. I mean, that's probably why it sold out so quickly. I had a question for you. How come it wasn't in the month of October where you have like Halloween and like were you think was there
so incredibly busy at the museum.
you still for October? That makes sense.
Yeah, so
that's
we
why.
have, so the museum is actually 2 of our staff members are going to be giving a panel at the Florida Association of Museums. So that's a big conference for museums
In October.
In October.
Okay.
We also help because we are part of Parks and Recreation with their Halloween event that's going to be on the 26th.
Okay.
So that's another reason, and so we've been doing that. And then on a personal note, I just moved, and I really need to move. I have to move out of my apartment by October. So
There you have it.
I'm trying my best.
There are a lot of things happening in October.
Yeah.
That conflict with those things. So we just thought we'd try to.
yeah, the October months start becoming very October to like late March, early April, or it's tough to squeeze something in a weekend.
Yeah. Who at this table has Halloween decorations up at their house already?
We did West End yesterday.
That's the month.
Okay.
Somewhere
But you haven't been.
West End does. We did it. We had a staff
All right.
decorating party yesterday.
Okay, great.
Did we do Silver
Do
City?
the Halloween season anyway.
Slackers.
No.
Yeah.
We're just the first ones to do a Halloween thing.
Yeah, no, I think that's great. I think it's fantastic. Does anyone, any last words you'd like to say? Anything, Amber?
No, I'm
about
so excited to see the outfits. I think I'm most excited to see who's going to wear like the trench coats and the fedora hats and bring spy glasses or,
Okay.
I do have an idea that you might be able to still execute for this.
Okay.
So what if you did just for social media, you could photograph every person that comes, and and then have a public social media vote for
Best
who's the best dressed for like us. I'll even sponsor a prize for that. Because that would help for getting some traffic to your pages and promoting it for next time. So
Excellent.
that would be easy to do and fun. I'm sure you're already having a photographer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
There you go. Just load them up and then let the public vote on who wore it best.
Idea. We gotta pull that off.
Those are always fun to do.
Yeah.
Then you, yay!
We get a pat on the back.
But so no, but you mentioned these marketing ideas. Paul, you're the president of Sanford Main Street.
I am.
So of Sanford
We
Main
have our
Street.
board meeting in an hour.
Okay, so we'll get really soon. But yeah, so that's part of, this is that mentality that, how are we gonna move forward and how are we gonna help our business community is part of that, right?
So I also had another idea thinking about that because we're trying to restructure our social media from Sanford Main Street a little bit. And I think maybe I want to talk to you guys maybe about doing a 1 day a week collaborative historical post. I think it would be fun to do, and we could just kind of work our way around the horn of and hit throughout the year, every piece of history, because all that stuff is so interesting to me.
Yeah.
But when you mentioned the the minor league baseball
Yes.
thing tomorrow, I have to go to that. And I know Dallas will want to go to it, and that's stuff. Sharing stuff like that is important to me. I hope people read that stuff because it's so cool, and we have such a rich history here, and I want to shine a light on it all.
Definitely.
And
Yeah.
if you'd like to learn more, I just on the museum's end, because we're really busy also in September, that weekend of what I'm calling Incorporation Weekend, because our city was incorporated September 29th, 1877.
Right, and stay tuned.
Sesquicentennial in 2 years.
What's such a 50th birthday coming soon.
Yeah, 2027.
Yeah.
But I'm giving a lecture at the library that's also free about Henry Sanford, who he is. So if you've ever been interested, why are we named Sanford? Who is this Henry Shelton Sanford? It's not who you expect. He is a very interesting guy that was involved in many different things.
Right.
And then the next day, I'm giving a lecture also at the same library. Again, that's a public library that's right downtown. Yeah, downtown Palmetto.
Okay, downtown Sanford.
Yeah, and that the first one I think is going to be 5:30 or 6 o'clock to 7, and then the second one's 5:30 to 7, and the second one we're going to be showing the movie Holiday, which is a movie with Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant, and it is allegedly based off of Henry Sanford's grandchildren. So
Oh, cool.
the history of that. So these are some other things that are going on that we help and do that. And
How
we
fun.
also have our lecture series at Wops Hops that we call Knowledge on Tap, where we work with the extension agent and the Museum of Seminole County History. And November 11th, we're going to be giving a lecture on Sanford historic trees and where to find them. And that's a full collaboration between.
And all this information can be found on the city's Facebook page and the Sanford Museum Facebook page. Yes, but we're going to have to talk more.
So-
Collaborate.
Tying this all together, we mentioned Rob Paul a minute ago. Does anyone know about his history? He was born in
Shelton,
where we go, in Shelton, Connecticut, also founded by
Henry.
Sheldon.
No, well, his uncle. So Henry Shelton.
oh,
So his uncle Ed Shelton.
isn't that crazy? He moved from there to here.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
When he told me that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Because he is Rob, so we can. He's
Red Line guy.
Ride Line, yes, Ride Line.
And that's where Henry Sanford's buried in Shelton, Connecticut.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes. All right. So back to the murder and the Google and all of that stuff. No. Speaking of cemeteries, so we're Michelle. Anything else that we want to say about this that you can think of? Thank you for adding the food part to it.
Not much else. We have the food. We have cash bar.
Yeah.
And
Ages 21 and up only.
Because it's actually it's a fundraiser for the historical society, which
It's a fundraiser.
fun.
we get that D.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And so great. All right. And Curtis.
I'm excited. I want some clues.
Turn around and look at the camera. He's a bartender.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And Paul, anything that you want to say other than
This
you're
is cool.
stoked
I'm
in the
excited.
songs?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Thank
Okay.
you for having us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is great. And Brigitte, anytime Sanford Museum, the City Museum, whoops, you'll
And
Pull that out.
Having a glue at the end of the year.
Anyhow, well, thank you for being here, everybody. Like I said, this is like the third video podcast that we're doing, and it's working out pretty well. And I hope that we can share this on your channels and talk about all the great
Absolutely.
things that are happening in the city of Sanford. You know, through city government, partnering with the community is great, especially as we have a museum. And I think not many cities have museums. This is
And in the state of Florida, we're one of the few municipal museums that are run by the city. So
I'm astounded by the amount of people that don't know it's there too,
yes, exactly.
on a regular basis.
Yeah.
everybody forgets Sanford Avenue. Anything
It stops right there. Yeah.
Yes, we're free.
Yeah.
Beautiful walk, and I can learn a little bit of something.
Yes, there you have it. Straight from Brigitte Stevenson, our curator for the Sanford Museum. Thank you for listening. I'm Lisa Holder, Communications and Marketing Manager for the City of Sanford. And you can find this podcast wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. And you can subscribe at the City of Sanford Facebook page and website at sanfordfl.gov. Thank you so much for listening. And next time, we'll see you. See you around the city. Bye, everybody. Thank you. Bye-bye.